Okay, welcome to another best post-race show ever here on RacerX, brought to you by the folks at Twisted Tea. I'm bringing in the big guns. We got the boss man here. Billy from Twisted Tea is here. Yeah, I'm down. There you go.
Perfect.
Good cold one at the end of the day.
After the race only. Only after the race, Max.
All right, yeah.
Yes.
Not in between? Maybe
No,
that's
not
where I
in
went wrong.
between.
Maybe
Not in
that's
between.
where I went wrong today.
Yeah, maybe you should have tried.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk to Max about his moto. So, Billy, why is Twisted Tea involved with the sport of motocross? This is awesome. It's not like an inside deal where you were like just motocross people and you're like, screw it, we'll spend the money. No, you were like business-wise attracted to this sport.
Because of the people.
Yeah.
I mean, look around. I mean, this is Twisted Tea. It's daytime, it's day drinking, it's outside, it's fun, it's exciting, and we just love being here.
And the crowd was nuts today. All right, thanks for the product. Thanks for the support of the show. Yeah, I'll pop you open.
Yeah, no, I got some drinking to do. You guys wore me out today with all the sampling you did over my booth, but thanks for having us. We're thrilled to be here, and thanks a million.
I'm telling you, it was good. It was good to meet you as well.
Cheers,
and the
man.
crowd, cheers. The crowd was crazy today. Did you hear it? Did you sense that? I always ask this. When you're out on the track, do you sense that? Do you hear it?
Yes, it felt, nice to be normal, I suppose.
Yes, exactly.
That's a weird question, actually, because,
Okay.
I suppose it's actually more weird when there isn't fans, because then it's like, it feels like you're riding around on your own on a practice day, but you're supposed to be racing.
Yeah.
You're all on the gate, and it's all quiet and all this stuff. At least this time, going down to the start, like people shouting and screaming and wanting pictures. And, So like that was really nice, and I guess it's kind of something that I didn't really think of until now, that actually it's nice to be normal like that.
Yeah, exactly. This is the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you, you couldn't really soak that up because it was a little rough, at least first moto.
First moto, I actually got out of the gate pretty well. I was in 7th or 8th. I was in there for a couple of laps.
Yeah.
And I went into a turn, and I thought I stalled it because the bike just cut out. Eventually, it took me a long time to get it going.
Yeah.
But we had a wiring hut, like something with the wires.
Yeah.
And I rode it, and I came back through, but every time I like shut off the gas, it wouldn't idle, so it was just like cutting out. So anyway, I got back to 18th or somewhere around there. I honestly don't even know, but somewhere around there. And then in between motos, the team literally had their work cut out for them. My mechanic's not even here this weekend.
What?
So my race mechanic, literally 2 days before we came out here, he's got really high blood pressure. Get well soon, Dave. And he was in the hospital.
Needs a Twisted Tea. Yep.
Yeah, no, I don't think he does.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I think he needs to be like on water and a very clean diet.
Oh, okay.
He's literally, he was in the hospital and they told him he cannot go. He's got to have surgery, I think, on Tuesday to fix his adrenal gland and a few things. And everything was thrown up in the air. So my filling guys got their work cut out for him because in between motos they had to redo the whole wiring harness. And I wanted to make a lot of suspension changes. So we were at a point where like Dustin was down there trying to hold my spot going onto the gate, because you know that when they do the horn, you've only got 10 minutes, and then they start loading the gate, and we were like shit, and then we were trying to do the sag, so I was like I can't really run down there, and so in the end the bike was fine. I made it work for the second moto, and I ended up 14th, which was all right. It's annoying because when I look at the track, I know exactly what I want to do, and I know how I want to feel around there, but slowly but surely we'll be all right. We had this last 2 weeks off, actually. There you go, you got some fans.
Come on up.
No, we had like the last 2 weeks, and we actually did a lot of testing, and it ended up that all the testing we did, we just went around a big circle, and I just went back to completely where we were. So
all the time.
I was a bit annoyed after the race. I was like, literally, the last 2 weeks have been a waste of time. But it hasn't, because we know we don't want to go that direction. So now we've got another 2 weeks.
Right.
Hopefully, I can make steps the other way.
One last thing, the track prep. You haven't been racing here as many years as others, but it was a little less deep and rutted in Colorado. It was a little less deep and rutted than it usually is here. It was more rutted than Colorado. But I think the riders are kind of liking it. What did you think about a track? The riders are saying they can move around more.
I thought it was good today.
Yeah.
I thought the track was nice.
Yep.
I know, obviously, I think, again, they probably didn't rip it as deep because of the rain.
It was supposed to rain.
And we got a little sprinkle, and it was enough to just dampen everything down. It wasn't enough for it to actually, like, run
Like
roll-offs
change
and
of
be
the
heavy.
track, yeah.
So I think as far as it goes with that, it was a good thing, and they did the right thing, because if they would have ripped it super deep and then it would have emptied it down with rain, we wouldn't have been getting up that hill. They'd have been like, we'd have been parked up. I think they did a good job.
Okay, so you're having fun.
Yeah.
Having fun. Let's bring your well-spoken, very vocal, loud teammate in here. Yeah, there we go. Show the Twisted Tea.
Did you sip it? Yeah, I did. It's really
Very well spoken, very loud, obnoxious.
I know you're. I don't know who talks. Honestly, I mean, you get 7 Deuce in here in Supercross. Maybe they need a quiet guy like you.
We miss exactly. Like you got them two. Sometimes my man's junk's hanging out. And you walk up the stairs, and I'm like, dude, tuck that thing away.
Hartraft, I learned something about you today, Brandon Hartraft. You're a second-generation racer. Your dad.
Yeah. My dad used to do. I think it's stock cars, not. Dad, what is it? Stock cars?
Dad, Skip, what did you race? Yeah. Stock cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same. I can't.
Same.
say-
He's a NASCAR
same
guy.
thing.
NASCAR guy. Big NASCAR guy. Your dad?
No.
Okay.
Just
all
like
right.
you know, like I don't know how to explain this crap. But
This is
he
what
used to-
Hartraft's
he
so
used
good
to
at,
rip.
dude.
He used to rip, and that's all I know.
Classic Hartraft. Did you have a season best in a moto?
Today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't know what I did off the gate first moto, but I was literally last and came back to 15th. And if I got a good start, I probably could end up like 12th. So I'm like happy, but I'm bummed.
Yep.
And then Moto 2, I was catching shocks. Dude, first of all, shocks riding well, give him props. But I was catching them a little bit, him and Freddie, a little bit on Max, and then kind of towards the end, I got in some lappers, and they kind of just wicked it up.
Shock. Didn't you used to race Shock growing up?
Yeah, dude, Shock used to smoke me when I was younger, and then
love it.
reverse rolls. Now he's starting to beat me, so I'm kind of jealous.
You don't want this right now.
No,
you don't
no,
want
no.
this right now. All right, good to have the very well-spoken and outspoken Brandon Hartraft on.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
We'll cheers mics because I don't know what happened to your Twisted Tea. Oh, there we go.
Over here. Didn't Max drink this?
I don't know. You're sharing germs now.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's head down through the pits and we'll talk about today's 250 class. Hey, look at this. We've combed the pits. We found not only Aaron Plessinger, but all of his old GNCC buddies. His dad, Scott Plessinger, is over there. He was better than Caleb Russell's dad at GNCC, right? He was. He was better than Caleb Russell's dad at GNCC. You and Caleb almost got to race, but he's in the 250 class. Sorry, bro.
Literally, it's like we're dodging each other, racing each other.
Never happens.
Never happens.
Okay, look, dude, you've been really fast and really good all year, and you got that start second moto, and I'm
Yep,
like, it is
yep.
on.
That's what I
wasn't quite
thought.
on, dude.
Yeah, no. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I rode so good in the first moto.
Yep.
Like my whole shot device actually came undone as soon as I let go of my clutch. So I was about 20th or 30th going across the first corner, and I caught all the way back up to 5th. And when I got the start, the second moto, I was like, we're gone, we're out. And then we changed some things on the bike for the second moto, and they didn't work out. And hindsight,
I see. Okay.
you know, I wish I would have done it, but you live, you learn.
I got a little good news, though. That's better than you being like, I don't know why I didn't have it. Like, you have a thing you can change or figure out at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
It definitely hindered me for sure, but I don't know. I'll get them at Red Bud, you know. I went 1-1 there last in the 250s, so
Yeah.
we'll get them.
You were jumping LaRocco's Leap on a 250, bro.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
One last thing. It was starting to drizzle at like 12:30. You had to be thinking, here it comes.
Well, dude, like, it was 90%. I think it was on Thursday. It was like
90%?
90%
Yes.
on Friday and 80% on Saturday. And
Yeah.
I was like, all
Yeah.
right, well, let's go. Let's get it. Let's
Didn't-
get this money. But I don't really get my hopes up anymore about rain, because when it's supposed to rain, they leave the track like hard as a rock. And even on Supercross,
Yeah.
and like, I say, let it rain, let it do what it's supposed to.
Of course
I mean,
you do.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I got some theories on that, but
Okay. Right, because if
I'll
it doesn't
keep
rain,
to
you actually get
myself.
the worst track for you if it doesn't rain because they leave it hard.
literally, yeah, it's like hard pack, no ruts, no nothing. It's like you got to have some ruts. You got to have some ruts, and if they fill up with water, then you got to learn how to ride that too.
I once asked your dad, I'm like, hey, they tell me at one time you were the best mud rider in the world. And your dad said, yeah, That's JNCC roots for you there.
I wish I had his confidence.
Yeah.
His confidence is like, it's still. He won, the last time he won was 95, and he's still the best in the world.
Dude, he didn't even flinch. All right, better luck at Redbud, right?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, we're getting
cheers it up. Aaron Plessinger and a lot of his old buddies here. Back on the East Coast.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All right, we'll see what else we can find. Look who we found. Our 450 overall winner. Somehow, I mean, it was one of the craziest race days I've ever seen. Do you even care at that point? Like, winning's great, but is it just fun to be in that kind of battle first?
Yeah, for sure it is, especially when you race guys like Adam and Kenny who are really clean rider and you can trust them. And yeah, to beat them is it's quite good feeling, and yeah, it was a good day. I had fun. It's not really often, you know, when you racer, you at some point you reach a point where you dig so deep that the win only matter, and you kind of forget to have fun. And today I had a lot of fun just fighting with the guys on the track, and it was good day.
We saw it at the end. You and Kenny seemed so happy just to have had that battle.
Yeah, because you know, you wanna. I mean, for him, he's one of the best guy in the world, best rider in the world. But for me, you know, I just want to have all the best rider in this championship to fight with them. And if I beat them, it's, you know, you feel so good. Like when Kenny wasn't there the last couple of years on the outdoors, and when rider are injured, you know, you're like, okay, I won, but I am the best or not, you know. So when everybody's there and you beat them, that's a good feeling. And yeah, like I said, just when you pass the rider and when they pass you and you repass them, like there is this adrenaline and the fun is there.
My last thing for you is, do you and Kenny have any like background? Like, you race 250, he raced 450. You're both from Europe. I don't know. You're similar age, or is this really the first time you're doing anything at the same time, same place?
Yeah, it's the first time. But when we was in Europe, I remember when we was in '85, we had a race, like one event per year was kind of, they bring American rider, was MX Master Kid.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember that. And they bring a rider from everywhere in the world for like a 4 day of racing in France. And I remember Kenny was there on a Suzuki 85. I was on a Yamaha 85. And the only problem is they separate us. Like he was like group A or B or whatever, and I was in different group. He won his class, I won mine. And that's the only day we raced together, but not
ever
really together. Yeah.
Until right now.
And no, another time, like the last, but it doesn't really count. His last GP in 250. He raced on a 125 KTM, you know, because he was champ.
Yep.
And that was my first GP ever. So like we raced together, but yeah.
Doesn't really, wasn't fair.
I think he beat me also.
He had a good first moto, I remember that. All right, now I'm going to make it very comfortable for you. Tom Journet, our cameraman, we're going to bring your dad in for Father's Day, and he speaks French well. So we're going to test, not your French skills, I know that's good, but we're going to test your interview skills, and then we'll test Tom's skills with subtitles. So ask Dylan a question in French.
Ouais, je voulais juste te dire qu'en tant que Français-Américain, c'était un superbe jour pour moi, que tu gagnes ton deuxième Grand Prix de la saison. Et super impressionné, entre parenthèses, sur le triple du fond que tu fais. C'est... Et juste une question, est-ce que tu pensais faire aussi bien pour ta première saison en 450 outdoor? Parce que vraiment, c'est hyper impressionnant, quoi.
C'est difficile à dire. Tu sais, je bosse tellement dur tous les jours. J'ai pas de hobby, j'ai pas de passe-temps. Je fais rien d'autre que travailler dur. Donc, je me disais un jour ça finira par payer, quoi. Voilà, en 2,5 j'ai eu quelques titres, j'ai eu des victoires, mais ça reste les 2,5, le niveau est différent. Mais ouais, 4,5, ben, je savais pas trop. Mais voilà, comme je te dis, j'ai bossé tellement dur depuis tant d'années et je continue encore toutes les semaines que je me disais ouais, ça allait payer. Après, je savais pas que j'allais me retrouver à la troisième épreuve avec la plaque rouge, mais ouais, je me disais voilà. Après, il y a aussi le team. Quand le team t'aide à avoir vraiment le meilleur matériel et vraiment croit en toi et te comprend et t'aide vraiment, ça aide. Par exemple, au Supercross, on a manqué de temps pour mettre la moto au point et on l'a vu, les résultats n'étaient pas bons. Moi, MX, ça s'est mieux passé et voilà, je pense qu'on le voit aujourd'hui sur le terrain.
Écoute, félicitations encore, super pour moi parce qu'un Français gagne. Faites des paires, je suis avec mon fils, super week-end, enfin, merci.
Mais de rien.
Tom, challenges for you to subtitle that, and fans, you tell us if it was a good question. I'm sure your answer was great. Well, we'll see how Tom's dad did. It's Father's Day, so we'll get you in the show. Congrats. Look, I think you're here for good. Like, I don't see, okay, maybe the first round where, like, sometimes that's a surprise. 3 good races. I kind of feel like you're here in this title fight all summer now.
Yeah, I hope. For me, too, I was like, maybe the first round is a surprise, and I would be 10 at Thunder Valley. But yeah, no, it looked like I'm here.
All right, we like that. More talent in the class. All right, cheers to Dylan Ferrandis. Good job, Tom Journet's dad. Also thanks to Max Anstie and Brandon Hartranft and Aaron Plessinger for joining us. Thanks to Twisted Tea. We'll see you folks at Redbud.